another clean USPSA target. I've got a 15-second par time on a timer here, and I'm gonna be walking back out to 40 yards. But this time, so I'm gonna do another run, another cold run, haven't shot today. Another cold run on the Dickens drill. I know stuff about this drill is gonna change as we learn more about this, and I've already heard some things that probably this isn't the right way to do it, but I'm gonna compare this to the run that I did with my snub, and the run that I did with my 365 XL. The 365 isn't up on the YouTube, the run, because the video got screwed up because I suck sometimes. So if you're on some of these forums though, or if you're on Patreon, you definitely saw the results of those two runs. And let's just do something here from the dad bag. So we've got our 40-yard mark right there, just like before. Let me square up the camera here. Okay, so 40-yard mark, just like before, but I'm running this from the dad bag. I'm gonna be doing this with a cheek pistol. Let's see if the time it takes to get this out of the bag versus the added precision and control of a cheek pistol platform pays off. I want you guys to realize though, like, look at this. This is a purse size bag. Actually, this is smaller than most women's purses. And I still have medical and snacks in there on top of a gun. So it is a functional bag. It's not just a gun bag, guys, and this is not actually a gun bag at all. So yeah, my views on that we can discuss later, but this is something that actually gets carried by me pretty frequently. So let's see how I can do with it. Cold test here. So you guys can see, cleared out timer, 15-second par. All right, guys, that is a 923. Let's go down and take a look. Guys, I still have a messed up thumb. A lot of you commented on that. I should keep that bound up, and I am now. I'm immobilizing it. I'm splinting it, but not for the range, guys. Took that off. Let's see what we got here for hits. So I was able to, I'm able to run this little bag gun the easiest for sure out of all of the guns I've tested with this bum hand. Even with a thumb that hurts, it hurt a little bit just to flick the safety off there, but it absolutely did not affect my shooting ability for that gun. It didn't hurt at all to run the gun because I'm not using my thumb in the cheek pistol grip. So let's take a look at the hits here. 10 shots in 923. And I think pretty easily had all those on there. Let's see though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now guys, these three over here, not great shots. And honestly, if I would have slowed down at all or just tightened up a little bit, I know that I'd be putting those in the A zone. But look at this difference though. I managed four shots in the A zone with the LCR. I managed 1 shot in the A zone with my 365. I think a lot of that has to do with shooting the snappy gun, recoil impulse, and having the painful hand. It degraded my accuracy a bit. But this is a different game entirely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the A zone, all of them on target. Now that was me just kind of plugging away. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to leave this target here but I'm just going to take eye box or head shots, I should say, just in this 6x6. And I'm fairly confident that I can produce this gun out of this bag and get all 10 shots in the 6x6 before the time is up with something like this. So let me go top off a mag and we'll do that. All right, guys, so top this mag off so you guys can see that's still Federal Punch. I have gel tested this gun and chronographed this gun at various distances. So gel testing at 10 feet lets me know that this gets way more than 16 inches of penetration. And doing the chronograph test and the ballistics computer stuff lets me know that this gun is making enough velocity at 100 yards to still get 16 inches of penetration through a clear ballistics block with the 4 layers of denim. So at 40 yards, it definitely is doing what it needs to do if I'm putting them center mass. But now let's run this again from 40 yards with just immediately physically incapacitating hits in mind. Not like good enough, I hope I hit something in A zone, but like, let's put them in the face, let's hit gray matter and finish this now. Now, I know it only takes one of these to turn a bad guy into a sack of potatoes, but we're still going to do the drill. I'm still going to try and put all 10 in there and hopefully show you that hopefully that this is a repeatable thing, that these little tiny carryable in a small bag style of cheek pistols have an immense capability, especially when that distance, that range starts to open up. So this is a second run here, so not technically cold because you just saw me shoot the first one, but here goes. Oh great, my timer just died, guys. I'm out at the range. I don't have a spare battery or an extra timer on me today because this was supposed to be just a quick trip to do these 2 runs for you. Yeah, I don't believe I have a spare battery for that at all. So here's what we're gonna do, guys. I'm just gonna start a timer on the video and we'll see if we got it within the 15 seconds. I know there's no beep, but clearly all of, like, the last run was done. All of these runs are done in roughly 10 seconds, so 5 seconds to spare. We'll see if I get it in the time from the time that I move my hands to the time last shot is fired, just by looking at the footage. All right, holding still. And here we go. I don't know, guys, I'm pretty sure that was within the 15 seconds allotted. Back on safe and back into the bag. Let's go see those hits, see if I was able to keep those 10 hits on the eye box that's flopping around in the wind because whatever. So, all right, so I don't believe they're all on here. Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we've got 2 that are off target. 2 misses in 10 shots. Well, that satisfies the 8 out of 10, right? Because there were 10 shots on here when I started. So it satisfies the 8 out of 10 on target for the Dickens drill. But if you guys get in here, in the head, and this is a perf in the head, right? It's on that crease. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of those 10 that are definitely a high probability of immediately physically incapacitating. And then if you want to play the only the tiny iBox counts, well, definitely, right? Definitely two of those are in there. One of them is dead center. And generally I tend to believe that my most precise shot for the way that I train is typically my first one. I lock stuff in, and then the gun wanders from there. So I am betting that that is the first shot that I made. I can't do that with anything but this gun, for a handgun, right? For a carryable gun that I can deploy in a timely manner and not look completely out of place, not have a giant, one of those giant, Vertex AR bags. I could definitely do this with a rifle in a similar time, but I probably couldn't get. And we got cut off there. The heat killed my phone. What I was going to say is, had I been carrying an AR, even a really compact AR, like a collapsed Rattler or something like that, in one of those Vertex bags, I probably would not be able to swing that bag around, unzip that bag, get the gun out, unfold the gun, mount it, and put shots on before the timer expired. I am not going to go out and test that because honestly, I just don't walk around with that size of gun really ever. It's not a thing for me. So I'm testing the gear that I actually walk around with. Now, that distance, I made a video a while back about the importance of having precision and speed capability in close quarters. And inside of a mall, plenty of tiny little spaces that you would want to be moving in and out of quickly there. And also plenty of those shots, which 40 yards is probably not even close to the maximum distance that you would have the capability to take a shot at with that environment. We know that Mr. Dicken actually closed in on that attacker, so probably, this is speculation here, but probably moving towards that attacker the entire time because he realized how great that distance is and how woefully inadequate a standard handgun is, even with a dot, how woefully inadequate that platform or that type of gun is at making those shots. Whereas with something like this little CP33 in a bag, I can still manage that A-zone hit really, really easily out to past 100 yards. So something to think about, guys. If you like this stuff, if you like the different guns, if you like the change up from the normal stuff that you see everywhere else on GunTube, please go to Patreon, show me some love there, and also hit all the buttons here, like, subscribe, follow. I'm trying to grow this, and if you like this stuff and you want to see it become more popular, the only way to do that is to get this content in front of more people. The best way to do that, hit the buttons, guys. Guys, thanks for watching. As always, keep training, stay safe.